What type of game is appropriate in my virtual classroom? In this video, I will be discussing and presenting to you the different types of gamification.
Gamification is it is a strategy that employs game mechanics, techniques, and theory in areas that traditionally do not function as a game. So that is basically the game part. Employ game mechanics, techniques, and theory in areas that traditionally do not function as a game. Because gamification is a teaching strategy, there is a separate description or another description of gamification in the lens of an educator. It is a teaching strategy that translates content and delivery into a game. So that means instead of preparing just simply our PowerPoint and then pre-recorded, nagka-eye bags, kasi walang tulog overnight because of that pre-recorded lecture, when you posted it in your virtual classroom, no one reads or no one even dare to view your slides. Why? Because especially if the pre-recorded video is over 2 hours, 1 hour, and it's so boring, monotonous, only the teacher talking, and etc. And delivery. So we have to do Zoom because we need to deliver all the content as prescribed by our syllabus. Otherwise, there will be a failure in terms of delivery, and the students would learn, and etc. etc. So naghahabol si teacher. With this content, both content, we can gamify the content. Delivery, instead of just a purely lecture, let's just do that in a game way. Okay, that is gamification. In gamification, there are basic concepts. In the education part, you should be able to go back to your learning goals, no, to the goal of the subject in particular. You should look at the learning outcomes, which part in the learning outcome that can be translated either the content or the delivery into a game or a gamification aspect. And then look at the skill. What skill you would want to develop? Again, it's more of the recalibration of our syllabus. And then consider the achievement. Okay, after playing the game, what the students will get. Okay, what the students will get. But actually, based on our research of during the first app that we developed, students did not mind actually on the achievement. They just enjoyed, competing with each other and then rushing, go to the next level and so on and so forth without minding actually the result. That's based on the sharing. Let's go to the second half of the gamification concept, which is the game part. So in the gamification, there should be challenge, there should be reward, there should be competition, and there should be a clear how the player will engage to the game. There should be clear instruction on how the student should participate or interact with the application. No? So goal, learning, skill, achievement, that is granted because that is the education component. Now, additional to that, minimum requirements in content and delivery is the game part, which is the challenges, the reward, the competition, and the user engagement. There are two major types of gamification. The first one is the so-called structural. What is a structural gamification? It involves applying game elements to move a learner through content with no changes or alterations to the content itself. And the focus actually of this game is to get the learner, the students, motivated to work through the content, keeping them engaged by offering reward. Some example of this is to earn points for watching an instructional video or completing an assignment in which the video or assignment had no other elements of game other than offering of points. Yes, that is already gamification, but slides within my slides, one of the slide there, I will go to, I have an announcement. Open this link and message to me one word coming from this website. That is just to make sure that the students are engaged to the content. That is one way for me to validate, my students are reading and they go up to the 13th slide because they were able to read the link that I gave to them. It's something like that. It's just giving reward. It's called structural. It's not really like they are really, you are having a game up. It's not like that. Just to give you more ways on how to do this, for structural, you can do like points. Learners, students earn points for doing specific tasks like watching a video or completing an assignment. In our learning management system, like let's say for example, if you wish to give additional points for those who can give or who can submit on time, you can do that. Huh? What else? Badges. This would be awarded to players as they reach certain goals. Achievements. Similar to badges, achievements are earned as learners work through various tasks and goals assigned to them. You can also do some like levels. Like as players move through the content, it continues to build on the previous concepts. I will demonstrate later how to do this. Or you can also do leaderboards, like the ranking of learners and their achievements is displayed on a leaderboard. And another one is the social element, as learners see what their co-players are achieving or possibly struggling with, they are encouraged to help each other. And and there is a so-called now in hybrid learning, a so-called pedagogy called social learning is a key success factor, and it can be reinforced through like training or formative assessment among our students. So that is the structural. There is no modification of the content. Let's say, for example, you are discussing about carpal tunnel. So instead, you discussing the lecture taken from the book, making a PowerPoint, and then discussing, all you have to do is something like if you have a pre-recorded video, you posted it there, and then maybe you can say, uh, for those who can download the video within the span of time, I'll give 5 points, no? Something like that. No, so it's only the structure. It is only the mechanism on so that they will be encouraged to perform the reading, to perform the assessment, because they can get achievements or they can get rewards that will lead them to a better achievement in the class. That is called structural. The other one is the so-called content gamification. The content itself is altered to make it more game-like. And it still does not turn the content into a game, but rather adds games or activities to the content. That's gamification. An example to this is starting a course with a fun challenge to grab the learner's attention, as opposed to starting right off with a list of learning objectives. Another example is to add story elements as part of the content. So inside your content, there are gamification, there are things that you try to simulate like a game, so that again students would be more interested to either access to the content or more engaged to both synchronous and asynchronous form of assessment, formative and the summative assessment. For the content, the focus is basically to increase user engagement by attaching interactive elements into your content. Later on, again, I'll give some examples so that you can visualize. There are tons of examples of gamification in the classroom. We can actually go to gamify.uk/user types gamification mechanics element. If you can see here, so this is a collection of 52 gamification mechanics and elements. You just choose. It's like a menu for you to choose and what is more appropriate and applicable into your topic, into your class, or into your course. So general, onboarding tutorial, sign posting, loss aversion, progress feedback, theme, narrative story, curiosity, mystery box, even mystery box. Why do people on Lazada, they know already that it's not sure what to buy? Why they are keep on buying that mystery box? Because there is excitement, there is curiosity, and it's a strong force to learn. Accordingly, time pressure, scarcity, strategy, flow, consequences, investment. When you talk about schedule related, you can do random rewards. You can do fixed reward schedule, time dependent reward. The one I mentioned to you, like if you can submit 3 days before the schedule, before the deadline, then I'll give you 2 points, additional 2 points. Or if you will submit on the day, there's no additional point. So students would be more interested, no, to submit it before the time because they would know that there is additional points into that. Socializer, guilds, team, social network, social status, discovery, pressure, competition. In terms of free, they call it free spirit category, exploration, branching, Easter egg, unlockable, creativity tools, customization, and another category is on achiever, and so on and so forth. There's a lot. I wanted you to go into that to rethink on how you can gamify either your content or your delivery.